What is up, YouTube? It's Josh. This is the Den of Nerds. I'm sitting down with Justin. It's that time of the week. We're doing our Dragon Ball Super video. Justin, what's going on, man?
Josh, just be clear with me on this.
Yes.
Did Whis just magic up a baby?
Yeah, he magics up a baby. He definitely magicked up a baby. It was
What the
pretty
hell,
bizarre.
Whis?
Yeah, no,
What
that was
the
pretty
hell?
bizarre. So let's just go right in. Obviously, that's crazy. So let's just talk about it. So yeah, what did you think of the episode? Obviously, we'll talk about the Whis conjuring a baby because that's weird. But what were your thoughts of the episode overall?
For a not focused on fighting episode, it was definitely a very entertaining episode. Probably my favorite part about it was just how it showcased how good of a dad Vegeta is.
Yeah. I thought it was a really cool character study of Vegeta, you know, him kind of pacing, him wanting to pick the Saiyan name and then kind of giving into Bulma's thing, and then whenever the baby would cry and he goes Super Saiyan Blue, you know what I mean? Like and everyone's like, wait, is there a villain? And I thought that was kind of cool. You know, there's some funny humor stuff in there. But yeah, let's talk about this baby, man. So essentially, they can't start training or do anything until the baby's born. Vegeta literally says, you might have to count me out for the tournament because I'm waiting on the baby. And they're doing all this stuff, like that's where the Pilaf gang and all them are doing the shake on the ball thing because they're trying to make the baby come out or whatever. Like, come on, baby, come on out or whatever the hell they were singing. And then Whis is like, okay, yeah, I'll go help. And comes in and literally, like, teleports the baby out of the womb into a cloth, and then Bulma's belly's like flat. Like, so what was your first reaction to that?
I was watching it with my girlfriend, man, and our first reaction was, what the hell, Whis? Like, disbelief. Did that just happen?
Yep.
And we thought this was going to be a huge plot point, that we were going to get down to the wire and be like, oh man, is Bulla going to be born? Is this going to happen? And then nope, Whis just magics up baby.
Yeah, it's so bizarre for a number of different reasons, but I get this feeling. It's like, dude, so wait a minute. Whis really has a lot of power, obviously. And he will use that power in very strange circumstances. So he is attached to these characters. I mean, remember, he rewinds the 3 minutes from Fakatu no F so that the planet isn't destroyed, probably just for the food. But he literally births this baby so that everybody can kind of get to it when it comes to training and different things like that. So, I mean, my reaction was like, wow, this is honestly just super weird. Like, super weird. And I don't know. It was pretty funny. So that's kind of how I felt about that. Like, I didn't really. I mean, it's just it moves the plot forward quickly. Like Dragon Ball, Toriyama is notorious for being called a lazy writer. And I'm not saying this is lazy, but like, yo, that moves that plot forward like that. You know what I mean? So it really does.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's crazy.
Then we got to them deciding, who should be in the tournament, with Gohan and Goku having like a little training in their mind battle. So that was what we saw from Krillin. There's no like gravity chamber or anything like that.
I know, yeah, that's an important point because we didn't really know what was going on. We speculated a ton of different things, but yeah, having a mind battle like that. And what was funny was it seemed like in the mind battle, which totally reminded me of that scene in Hero, by the way, such a dope scene where they have the fight in their mind. But so they're having this fight in their mind, and dude, let's be real, Krillin gets his ass kicked, and then they wake up and Gohan's like, I don't know about Krillin, and Goku goes, he'll be fine, he's been training. And I was like, well, what? Like, did you just watch the same mind fight that I did? Because I don't think he's gonna make it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, that was really interesting. I like how they're building the team, they're going after stuff. They name drop 17, right?
Yeah, they name drop 17. They're like, well, if we're going to get 18, we should ask her about 17. And then they're just thinking, I wonder who else we get. And they just immediately pop in their minds, let's get Master Roshi. He'll be great.
Yep.
He'll be awesome. And Goku just goes, yeah, Master Roshi is totally going to be able to hold his own. So, ha.
Yeah, fair. Hey, fair point. We'll see if that actually happens.
And they're deliberating on the last fighter, who we all know is going to be Tien. But it was hilarious when Yamcha's like, so they need one more fighter. Maybe I'll just show up on the very last day of the fight. oh no, I should play hard to get, so they'll come find me when they really can't find anyone else and they need me, and he just pieces out, and it's gonna be hilarious when Yamcha realizes he's useless.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really humor-heavy episode, and I like the slice of life stuff in Dragon Ball, but there was this little hint for me, which was like, dude, your whole universe is on the line. Like, shouldn't there be just a little bit more, let's get this going, like, let's do this thing, like a little more seriousness or whatever, but and it didn't end up ruining the episode for me. Last thing I want to say, what do you think about the fact that there's only 28 other planets with life like ours in our universe?
I mean, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
That is going to address the fact that, oh hey, there are other planets where we can go get people. Supreme Kai is going to go check them out and see what's up. But we do now just basically have this entire notion and this feeling now that like the Frieza Force is wiped out, now that Saiyans are wiped out and all that stuff, that Earth is where all the strongest people are. So that's why we're getting everyone from Earth.
Yeah,
because the other planets just aren't going to be up to snuff.
Right, and I'm hoping it's not a throwaway thing. I'm hoping that's maybe a little nugget that will come back to these other planets and how Supreme Kai really didn't think that any of them were strong, but he was going to go double check or whatever. So I'm kind of hoping that that comes into play later, because one of my favorite parts of the very beginning of Super was when Beerus is on that planet with the dinosaurs and he fights that red guy with the lightning powers and all that. That was so cool, and it was very throwaway. It reminded me of like Vegeta and Nappa on that one planet decimating them or whatever. But the
one with all the bugs,
yeah, exactly. And I was like, dude, that's kind of cool though. Like, it just kind of expands the lore, and for like games or trading card games or whatever, it'd be cool to see little, ancillary characters like that. But let's get right into this preview. I've got it queued up right here, and this will of course be for episode 84. So, Justin, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play right now. Hey, it's me, Goku. Even though I think... Okay, so let's pause right here. I came to Krillin's place, but it looks like he's been training in secret. I'm going to get to a better shot here. So this is the Gohan-Krillin fight that's been talked about online, and that's essentially what we're going to be getting in this episode. Justin, what are your thoughts?
I think this is a really interesting time to showcase Krillin's powers, but we're also going to get some more shade thrown Gohan's way if Krillin ends up beating him. Because if Krillin's been training so much in such a short little time, he's got all these new abilities, he's figured all this new stuff out, that's really going to, give Gohan the kick in the pants to be like, oh man, I've really been slacking. Really been slacking.
Yeah, I mean, look, a fight between Krillin and Gohan, okay, I wouldn't have necessarily called that before this episode or said that that's something I wanted to see, but it's intriguing. I'm interested in seeing, like you said, man, if Gohan doesn't decimate him, I feel like we're in trouble, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna continue to hit play, y'all. Oh man, I got a stupid Facebook notification. Alright, hitting play. Alright, and so this is kind of cool. So I paused on this shot of Goku, fist in the air. So it looks like he and 18 and the little baby are just going to be kind of chilling out and watching their fight. So that's kind of cool. I'm sure that, like, just from what I'm reading in the text, it looks like, so this might be an example of the training that Krillin has been doing in secret. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. It looks like Krillin's been training in 18, and their daughter Marin have just been watching him train, because Marin really likes watching her dad train. She likes watching her dad fight.
Makes sense.
That's going to definitely give Krillin the impetus to train harder than he ever has before.
For sure, makes sense. So I'm going to continue here. We get some action shots. Looks like Krillin kicking. Gohan seems to be handling. The animation's a little shaky here, but that's just part of the thing that happens in these episodes. They'll have backup animators or whatever. He's invented a new attack. So, what do you think the new attack is going to be?
Oh man, it's probably something we've never seen before, but I really want to see. I know in Xenoverse 2, Krillin could teach you a move called the Scatter Kamehameha, and I don't quite recall if he's ever used that before in the actual series. But basically, you fire this Kamehameha, and then right before it hits the enemy, it like breaks apart into all these tinier Kamehamehas and then swarms them. So
that sounds
I'd love to
awesome.
see that.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get to see that too. Got this shot here where Krillin's kind of trying to give him the hands, and Gohan seems to be blocking it all. I have really no idea what the I'll say this: there was a move in Xenoverse. It was in 1, and I'm pretty sure it's in 2, where it's multiple Destructo discs, where essentially
Yes.
you fire just a ton of Destructo discs and they're all homing, which was so cool. I love that move. So maybe something like that. That could be cool. All right, gonna hit play. So giving him the hands. Oh, he's doing the solar flare. I like
Yeah.
that. Classic move.
Goku putting on some freaking sunglasses.
Yep, love it, dude. That's just gonna be so cool. This is just gonna be a fun episode. I get that feeling. Oh, and then she says something to Goku there, giving him some surprise. 18. Maybe they're talking about 17 a little bit here. Oh, and I like this line. It says, "It's a fight at full power. Here goes Krillin." So Krillin giving him full power. That should be really interesting.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen Krillin in a while. I'm gonna be very, very excited to see that because he, even before his training, he did some work in Resurrection F.
Yeah. And I love the idea of him being a cop, which I think we get a couple shots of actually. Yeah, so here we go. Him helping the old lady, doing that. I think that, man. And then him punching this bad guy in this car and all that, flying. I honestly would love to see a manga or an American comic book done with Krillin as a police officer. I think it would be hilarious, action-packed, and just super dope. So the more we can get stuff like this in this episode, I think I'm going to have a blast watching this episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Strongest police officer in the world.
I know, right? Like, dude, it's like a superhero police officer kind of thing. Very, very cool. So I'm going to just keep playing here. I think it's going to finish out here.
Yeah, we got a shot of him helping some kindergartners across the street.
Yep. And then it looks like at the end there, we see Goku going blue against Krillin. So you know what Krillin's going to probably say something, or that kind of looked like it was in the hyperbolic time chamber, right? Let's go back.
Yeah, it's got that sort of mist going around it.
Let's see here. Let's hit play again. Yeah, and they're on like a stage of some sort. So I would assume they're going to go into the hyperbolic time chamber. Here, so let's do predictions. Predictions. You go ahead. Give your prediction first.
As far as predictions go for the episode, I think Krillin's going to be showing us a surprising amount of power compared to the times we've seen him in the past. And I would almost dare to say that we as an audience are going to be shocked when he's able to go fairly toe-to-toe with Goku in blue, because Goku doesn't just break out blue for anybody.
Sure. This is what I think is going to happen. So the fight with Gohan is going to be more or less a tryout to see if Krillin is even good enough to maybe be on the team. And then what I think is going to happen is Gohan and Piccolo, or maybe some other people, are going to go out and try to find 17. And Goku is going to take Krillin right into the hyperbolic time chamber and be like, we got to start training now. And I need to show you real power because I could barely hang with some of these guys in this form. And he's going to kind of show him the seriousness of what's going on here. So I think that's what's going to happen. Like, Krillin's going to be impressive, but they're going to take him into the chamber, and Goku's going to be like, so this is how it's going to be in the tournament. You need to be able to deal with me in this form. And that he looks more serious at the end of the trailer. So I think that is more or less the gist of where we're going with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, that does it for us for this week's episode of our Dragon Ball recap and preview. New episode this weekend. We are super excited about it. Like the video if you thought it was cool. Subscribe to the channel to get a ton of Dragon Ball content and other nerdy goodness. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day. See ya!
Catch you later.